We begin this morning with our keynote speaker from the Rural Economic Outlook Conference at OSU this week, Heather Hampton Knodle. And you are a farmer with your family in South Central Illinois, and you also do some work with the FCC on precision ag and technology. Did I get that right?
You did. I was an appointee by the FCC, and I helped lead the Accelerating Broadband Deployment to Rural America working group, as well as a working group for another 2 years. I led a working group on connectivity needs. So what do we anticipate for future demand and what is current demand in terms of connectivity for rural America?
Well, lots of important topics for our viewers of SUNUP who are farmers and ranchers around the state of Oklahoma. So even though you're in Illinois, you're talking about some topics that really apply to everyone around the country.
Absolutely. It's universal, and whether you are served or unserved, or you actually are one of the few that have really good internet, this is something that will help keep rural communities and consequently agriculture on the map.
You talked a lot in your presentation today about precision ag and artificial intelligence. AI means a lot to, maybe leads us something a little different to folks who've been in production ag or livestock for a lot of years. But that's a really broad topic. How do you boil it down for folks who may kind of get overwhelmed when we see what's already going on with AI?
Well, to learn about AI generally, I actually tapped into our local community college because they had an AI in the workplace piece, and even though I'm a farmer, I thought, well, maybe I can use this beyond just the technologies that companies want to roll out to me. I can get a kind of a short course, and it was literally just a few hours of my time to learn about a variety of different apps and tools that are already in the marketplace and the ways they could help me analyze data, whether it's taking Excel spreadsheets and pushing it through to get some numbers back at me, or summarizing notes from articles that I know I have this stack of farm magazines that I want to get through, and I've folded back the articles, but it can help me just sort through information really quickly. So even just that basic internet search, talking to some friends, it's amazing what people are already tapping into, and it just may not come up in regular conversation. You know, going beyond the Alexa and Siri type natural language processing AI models into additional tools that can actually help us work better and truly be smarter.
And you mentioned in your talk, it's important though to scrutinize the information that you're getting back. Explain to me how I, as the user or the consumer of this information that is coming back, can make sure that what I'm getting is the truth, the facts, credible information before I start applying it to some other aspect of my life or my operation.
Well, it's always that trust but verify approach, right? So knowing what kind of information went in to the models. For example, my second son would want to use something like ChatGPT to create a prescription for fertilizer for our field. No, that model is not trained in agriculture. It does not understand that. Now, if he wanted to look at the Crop Wizard developed by University of Illinois, or even search using the bot that OSU has on their website with peer-reviewed literature specific to the industry or the region that we're in, then I'd at least take a look at that data, but always be asking questions and using these critical thinking skills which truly set us apart as a species, kind of ground truth it and say, does this make sense at the end of the day?
You and your family are in harvest for what, corn and soybeans as we speak.
Yes.
You use AI. You're here in Oklahoma with us for a few days, but you're keeping real-time track of harvest. Give us a report.
Well, I can show you right here on, I don't know if there's a lot of glare with the sun this morning, but right now we have a combine and grain cart running in a cornfield, and I can tell you that corn was averaging, we've processed 30 acres so far, and it's averaging about 225 bushels to the acre.
Since the machine went in the field today?
In this field.
Oh, in this
right
field, today's run.
Yes, in today's run.
Okay.
And I could tell you how long, that combine's used so much fuel. I can keep going deeper into those metrics. So a lot of this is data that's being gathered in real time that is made available to me because of our satellite and cellular, but then I can make decisions in the palm of my hand.
All right. Heather, great conversation. Just barely scratching the surface here, but we wish you and your family the best with harvest and farming throughout the year, and safe travels back home later in the week.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.